March 27, 12:01, like call the team to order. Um, we do have a certification of a quorum, so we're here to. We don't have any public comments. We don't have any. Going to item number 4, review and receive fiscal year 25 audit.
We will hand it over to our auditor from Singleton Clark. Before we do, I just want to recognize the hard work that Rob and his team have done, particularly him, over the last few months working with the city to resolve some long-standing issues. We appreciate how much work you've done, Rob, and we're looking forward to continuing to work with you. Thank you again. I just wanted to recognize your efforts.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to join you. I apologize that it's by Teams. I prefer to come in person, especially the first year. My name is Robert Gatilia. As the city manager mentioned, I'm with Singleton Clark, independent auditor. I'm joining you today to present for council's acceptance the city's audit for the fiscal year ended September 30, 2025. I'm going to try to be brief, more brief than I am normally, and that's due to the fact that this is the first of 2 meetings. The second, hopefully, I will come in person. The reason being, Senate Bill 1851 requires now that cities present and accept their audit within 180 days of their fiscal year end. And so what we've done is a trimmed down version, an AFR, and we're going to expand that out to the traditional ACFR, ACFR, that the city prepares and submits to GFOA. So I'll probably come in person later this year, hopefully May. So I like to focus on 3 things when I present audits, those 3 things being the opinion and what it means, were there other conclusions or outcomes of the audit, and then I usually wrap up with a quick look at calculated reserves in the general funds ending unassigned fund balance. So I'll start with the audit opinion. It's very important to us. It's a letter at the front of the report. It summarizes what we did, what we're responsible for, what the city is responsible for relative to the audit, and then makes a statement. That statement covers most, if not all, of the significant information in the report. So your financials, footnotes, and supplementary information is all under the opinion. And the statement that it makes is that information is fairly stated in all material respects and presented in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. The technical term for the type of opinion received for the year is unmodified, which simply means the letter hasn't been changed in any way, so there are no exceptions or limitations to the opinion. We often rely on the common term clean to convey that it's what you want to receive. And so El Campo received for the fiscal year ended September 30, 2025, an unmodified or clean audit opinion. As far as other outcomes or conclusions of the audit, we do unfortunately have a couple items to discuss. And these largely have existed in the past. The difference being, I don't know that they've ever been presented in a way where the city was asked to address them or respond to them. And so we've got 4 findings, 3 of which relate to controls or procedures. The first of which is the material weakness, which the city has received for the last 4 years at least. And then we've got 2 deficiencies that sit under that weakness. So the material weakness relates to GAAP itself, which is what has been presented over the last 4 years. The deficiencies sit underneath that and explain the weakness. And so one was written related to accrual accounting. The other was written related to the proper basis of accounting used, whether we're talking about governmental or business type funds. The last finding related to a technical noncompliance related to budget to actual. There were negative variances, and we are required to report those as a technical noncompliance. We did make 3 recommendations, one related to bank reconciliations, one related to training, and one related to using individual funds related to significant grant programs. We did have 49 audit adjustments, approximately. Some of those related to the CDC. And this is or has been the case over the last 4 years. I think you've been in that range traditionally. The last thing that I wanted to look at with you, and this is what we normally do, especially if we have audit adjustments, is a quick look at calculated reserves in the general funds ending unassigned fund balance. So what we do to perform this analysis is take total expenditures in the general fund for the year, remove capital outlay, divide by 12, and come up with an average monthly amount. So during fiscal year 25, El Campo's general fund spent approximately $1 million per month. And when you divide that into your ending unassigned fund balance, you get about 3.3 months. We recommend having between 3 and 6, so you're on that range and you don't have any concerns about the health of the general fund's ending unassigned fund balance. Before I summarize and ask for questions, I would just like to take a moment to thank you for allowing us to serve as your independent auditor. We are new. I'd like to thank everyone that we worked with during the performance of the audit. We certainly appreciate everyone's help. So in conclusion, clean opinion, 4 findings, 3 recommendations, approximately 50 audit adjustments, and 3.3 months of reserves based on average monthly expenditures for fiscal year 25. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you.
Yep, I don't have any questions at the time.
We're gonna get together with the finance committee and take a deep dive in this, like he said, so that we can dig into it. But for the purpose of the state's requirement, this is what we're reporting today.
Sounds good.
If not, do we need to take a motion? Do you know? She's gonna look at me.
Yes.
Oh, we do. Okay. You just.
If you have an action item on the agenda, I would recommend that you
Okay.
vote to accept if that's what you would like.
Okay.
I move to accept the audit report finding. Second. We got a motion and a second on the floor to accept the audit as presented. All in favor? Motion passes.
Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Okay. You too. Thank you.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is Crystal's, and sorry, it's technically all of ours, regarding the land swap on the corner of North Wharton and East Jackson that happened in 2019, but was never executed, meaning it wasn't signed by the owners. And so our attorney feels like we need to bring it back to update that so that, because it never was executed, in the original agreement, it said it had to be done by August 2019. It was never signed. We're bringing it back to you to update that date so that they can sign. This is standing in the way of them starting construction, correct? Over there at that property where there will be building. It is their fault for not signing. I think they've been requesting this since February, maybe longer. So that's why Ronnie asked that I put it on the special agenda.
And they didn't realize, so right now they're in the part where they're finalizing the financing package for the project. It's my understanding that
They're also being charged by day. Yeah.
Problems.
Yeah. So did I sum it up for you?
I think you did, yes. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to try to answer them. It was before I came in, so I won't know all the background.
So we were
We did.
Yes.
And we've been using it, yes.
one behind where we park and stuff.
It's adjacent to your stockyard, so it's parallel with, so you have the old house, and then they have the corner, and then it was the back piece of that parcel. There we go. Kind of, sort of, yeah. Yeah, there's Wharton Street that she's drawing out, and then that parcel along the back is. Yes, it expanded our facility there on that side.
That's what this does. If you approve the resolution, we can. Motion.
Would anybody like to,
Mayor, I make a motion, we approve the resolution as presented,
Second.
R 2026-19.
we got a motion and a second on the floor to approve resolution R 2026-19 as presented. All in favor? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Crystal.
We're adjourned.
You don't